It's been happening for centuries, maybe thousands of years, where they'd actually put like a plaster wrap over the face, and it would have just like such an exact impression that it's like you're looking at their face just like hundreds of years later.
Scary.
This is amazing. And it's not only death masks. Actually, a lot of them are life masks, so it's not as scary. It just looks really bad.
Do they do it still?
Yeah. Not anywhere near as often, but sometimes like. It got creepy with Lincoln's life masks though, because he does a lot of them. He did a couple of them, and it showed how his face lengthened throughout his presidency. So it really, and especially with George Washington's, it's one of the few times, because he was painted in so many different ways that you weren't really clear on what he actually looked like, and this actually shows it. But this is Lincoln's. Hold on. You see, that's how it goes. And that's like Lincoln at the start of his presidency, or like mid-presidency, but then it goes like his face does.
How do you see it get longer?
Oh, it's not a video. So it's like, okay, you just saw that one, right? Now, this is the bronzed one of him later on in his presidency.
He looks older.
Like just 5 years later.
He looks older.
I know, because he had that skeletal thing. And the stress. Like, they say that he felt every wound in the Civil War, and it showed on his face. That's the kind of thing that happened. Here, let me get George Washington's. George Washington's really cool. I think he's also the one.
Look, it's right there.
I know. I think he's also the one that one of his white eyelashes actually hooked onto it. Because you see, he really didn't look like all the paintings of him. Because at the time, they were really into Greek kind of art, so you never really knew exactly what he looked like.
I feel like he's looking at me.
I know, he was. And this is the thing.
I feel like he is looking at me.
You know, the crazy thing is that he's the only death mask or life mask, that's his life mask, that I've ever seen where his eyes open. And I don't know why he do this, because he had that plaster over his face for like an hour. And it actually
when he was alive?
Yeah.
How did he breathe?
There's like a nose hole thing.
What about his mouth?
Well, obviously not. But
obviously.
And it's crazy because you see the indentations even in his irises, so it got really, really close, and it's just, oh man, it's horrible.
And here, we see him everywhere on our quarter.